Welcome everyone again to the BSc Data Science program. My name is Isabel. I'm an enrollment representative, and today I have my wonderful colleague Nikita, who is an enrollment associate as well, and she will be helping answering all the questions that you have in the Q&A box. So please make sure that you put all your questions in there, and we will be happy to answer that. Today, I'm really excited as well to share that I have two very important guests, which are Dr. Stavros Christopoulos and Dr. Mincy Chen, joining us today from Huddersfield University. So let's start with our agenda for today. We will be covering why studying at Huddersfield is a great opportunity for you. And secondly, we will be discussing a program overview and key insights on this wonderful bachelor's degree. Moving on, we will discuss the admissions requirements and the application process, as well as the tuition fees. And towards the end of the session, we will have like the best part of our webinar, which will be the live Q&A, where you will have the opportunity to ask all the questions to our academics today. So, as I said at the beginning, please feel free to type your questions into the Q&A box, and the recording of this webinar will be shared with all of you afterwards. So let's get started. First of all, I would like to introduce our special guests today. So we have Dr. Mincy Chen and Dr. Stavros Christopoulos. So please, would you mind sharing a brief introduction about yourselves, please?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, everyone as well. My name is Mincy Chen. So my role is the subject area leader at the University of Huddersfield, Department of Computer Science. So my responsibility is for leading the curriculum development and also managing the aspects of it. I'm also a senior lecturer in computer science. It's good to have you.
Hi, I'm Stavros Christopoulos. I'm a senior lecturer in mathematics and data science, and I'm course lead of this program. My research is on data science and physics, and I'm really excited about this program.
Great. Thank you for sharing that with us. So, moving on, we will start by speaking why is a good choice for our potential applicants today to join University of Huddersfield. So for that, I would like to invite Dr. Mincy Chen to explain us this.
Okay, thank you. Could we move on to the next slide, please? Is it? So, University of Huddersfield, for people who may not be familiar with the UK university layout, it's considered quite a new university. So the university became university in 1992. However, it starts its route 200 years ago, exactly 200 years ago from 2025, as a kind of mechanical institution. So we have a long history in technology and engineering, part of our education. We do believe its principle is to widen the opportunity for everyone to participate in higher education. So this is one of our principles. So in more recent year, of course, we had, because of work in widening participation and also equality, you can see we have been recognized in varying aspects, including the Young University #1 last year. And we were also recognized in Teaching Excellence Framework in 2023. In terms of our educational objective, of course, building a career, enabling our graduates to pursue the employment and career aspiration they wish to is one of our priority. So you can see those we were also recognized in that aspect. As a university, especially in the modern university, we always strive for sustainability and equality. So this has been the guiding principle for the university for 200 years now. Just before I move on to we move on to the program overview, I want to just quickly touch upon about Department of Computer Science. So if you study data science, you will be part of Department of Computer Science. We have a full-time faculty member, around 40 faculty members. Everyone has their discipline expertise, covering from data science and theoretical computer science. And we also are very active in research in the data science domain. We cover application areas such as healthcare, business, social science. So all these areas of expertise, if you study this BSc data science, you will be in contact or you will be instructed by one of our faculty member. And we also bring our research into the curriculum, so there will be opportunity for you to participate in those case study whether it's as practice or your assessment. So hopefully this gives you an idea about why Huddersfield is an excellent choice for studying data science. And I'll hang over back to Isabel.
Thank you, Dr. Chen, for this very insightful information. Now I would like to discuss the program overview. So I will invite Dr. Christopoulos to help us with this, and he, of course, as course leader, will give us very valuable information about the BSc Data Science program.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to say that I'm very happy about this program, because this is something very new and it is very current. We have very strong researchers and academics for data science. And I'm also very proud because we designed this program, and we include a very strong foundation, to provide a very strong foundation, both in mathematics and computing. And we will provide this strong background, but for our students, we do not need to have prior coding experience or very strong foundation in mathematics. So our student, when they will graduate from this program, they will be very familiar and very competitive in the fields of data analysts, analytics. Also, they will be very confident and very experienced in order to analyze data. And they will do that when they complete this program, which is about 3 years. But there are also the option for the part-time students to complete this program in 6 years. This program is very, very flexible, and this is one of the assets of this and the key points of this program, because we focus on flexibility, and our students, they can have multiple multiple ways to enter this program. Also, they can. We have 2 cohorts for October and February, and they need to study about 10 to 16 hours per module per week. They have 3 modules per semester, so it is flexible and it is also manageable. There are 16 modules in order to complete this program. The 14 of them, it is for 20 credits each. There is one big module, which is about 40 credits, and it is in the first for the first year. And also there is a final individual project, which is one of the most interesting parts of this program. Also, we have very strong teams to support our students. We have the distance learning unit team. They can contact us online during the office hours. And we have 3 live sessions per course, mornings and afternoons, in order to support our students. And also we have 24/7 online learning access with technical support during the UK working hours.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Christopoulos, for this very valuable information in terms of the program structure and the insights onto the program as well. Now, we'd like for us to discuss the admissions requirements. I can see a lot of great questions coming through. Just a reminder to please keep sending those in the Q&A box. So with no further ado, let's move on to the admissions requirements. So first of all, I would like to explain who is this degree for. So the University of Huddersfield is ranked as the second highest in the world for reducing inequalities. And this is also because we welcome backgrounds from different experiences. So people who do not maybe have certain qualifications, but they do have the experience, they might be able to apply. So this is an industry-ready bachelor's degree that will help you to enter in the data science field, or if you are looking to change your career because you are passionate about data science, then this degree is also helpful to achieve that. Then you can also get career progression if you have already started your professional career in data, but you want to get promoted, then this degree is also helpful for that. So let's discuss which are those admissions requirements. So basically for the Bachelor's of Data Science program, we have 2 different admissions routes. One is the performance-based admissions, which is a way for you to showcase your ability to learn rather than your credentials. So if you do not meet the main entry requirements, you could apply through this route, and you will need to meet, of course, certain criteria. So you will need GCSE, and you will need to have it in English language or literature, and you will need a grade of 4 or above, and you will also need maths in grade 5 or above. Now, if you do not have GCSE, but you do have work experience, then this can also be taken in consideration for you to apply through the performance-based route. Now, you will need to have at least 3 years of work experience in a professional role with significant numerical and data responsibilities. Now, if you think that you qualify for the direct route, then you can also secure your place in the data science bachelor's degree by if you have A levels, and you will need a grade of BCC or an international equivalent. Please make sure that one of those subjects of your A levels are in a STEM subject. This is science, technology, engineering, or mathematics. Alternatively, you can have a BTech, and you will need a grade of MMM, and in applied science or computing engineering. Alternatively, you can have a T level in science or engineering, and for this you will need a merit grade. Now, for both admissions routes, so for the performance-based and for direct entry route, you will need to meet the English language requirements if English is not your first language. So you can meet the English language requirements in a number of ways. And for this, you can take a Duolingo test, and you will need a score of 105 points. Alternatively, you can take IELTS, and you will need a score of 6.0 overall with no element below 5.5. If you have studied in an English-speaking country or have worked in an English-speaking company for at least 18 months, this can also be considered for you to meet the English language requirements. So a quick note here, it's important that if you are looking to meet the English language requirements because of your experience, it's important that you mention this in your personal statement. Now, I would like to speak about the tuition fees of the program. So, the total cost of this degree is £17,500. This program offers really good flexible payment options, and you can split the cost of the degree over the period of your studies. So you can pay per academic year, and you can do that in 2 installments. So it's important to note that the prices that you can see in the slide now are for courses starting in 2025. This is not taking in consideration any annual increase that normally occurs. So there are no scholarships for this program, but students might consider the possibility to be sponsored by their employers. They can be fully sponsored or partially sponsored. And this can be in order for you to get a career progression and professional development. Now, for students based in the UK, they can also apply to student finance. However, for people who are applying through the performance-based route, it's important to note that they will need to pay for the PBA module upfront. And once they have completed the 60 credits of this module and they pass, they will be admitted onto the BSc Data Science program. And once they have done that, then they will be able to apply to student finance and cover the remainder of the fees of the program with student finance. Now, I would like to review the application process and the application checklist. So, you will need a set of documents in order to submit your application to the Bachelor's of Data Science. Now, you will need to provide a full copy of your academic transcripts. If these documents are not in English, then you will need a certified English translation as well. Now you will need as well a proof of identity, and this can be either a copy of your passport or a national identification card. It will need to be a photographic ID. For people in the UK, it can be also a UK driving license. Of course, you will have to, if English is not your first language, then you will have to provide your English proficiency test that we discussed in the previous slide. And you will need to write as well a clear personal statement in English explaining the reasons why you want to study this degree and how the program aligns to your career aspirations and your academic goals. Here, again, it's important to include any relevant information of your application. So again, if you are looking for the university to consider your work experience or your experience because you have work in an English-speaking country, in an English-speaking company, or you have a study in an English-speaking country, then please make sure that you include this information here. We will be sharing as well some guidance for the English language requirements of the university. So my colleague Nikita will be sharing that link now in the Q&A box. if you want the university to take in consideration your work experience, then please upload a copy of your most recent CV as well. And for applicants who are looking to secure a place in the Bachelor's of Data Science through the performance-based route, please make sure that you include as well the details of one referee, and this can be a professional or academic reference. So for that, you will need to include the name of your referee and the email address. It's important to note that the university will only contact your referee if further information is required on your application. Now, I would like to explain a bit of the process for the application portal. So in order to help you apply for the correct program and via the appropriate admissions route, I would like to share these screenshots with you to guide you through the application process. So when you start your application in the Huddersfield University application portal, you will need to first of all create an account. And after this, you will need to state if you are a UK, EU, or an international applicant. You will need to select the mode of study, the course start year, and the month in which you want to start the course. So please note that you will have the opportunity to choose for the course that you want to study. So this is the BSc Data Science Distance Learning or the Distance Data Science Distance Learning PBA, which will be the performance-based route. For those eager to start their application, we will be sharing now the application link in the chat so you can get started. Once you have created your account and you have populated your the details of the program that you want to apply to, then you will have the opportunity to complete all the sections of the application form. And for this, you will have the opportunity to put all your contact details, personal information, your education background, your work history, as well as your English language proficiency test. And then in the further information section is where you will have the opportunity to write your personal statement. So as I explained, it's important to include all of the relevant information of your application. In the funding and fees, please make sure that you include the information on how you plan to pay for your studies, your references if you are a PBA applicant. And then when you get towards the end of the application portal, you will see the review and submit section. And this is where you will have the opportunity to upload all your documents. So again, the copy of your English test result, the copy of your passport, then if you have any other certificates that you would like the university to take in consideration as well, then please do that here. And once you are satisfied with all the sections of your application form and have uploaded all the relevant documents, then please hit the submission button. And after this, I would like to explain what happens after you submit your application. So once submitted, the application will go to the admissions committee at Huddersfield University, and they will take around 3 weeks in order to review and make a decision on your application. Once they have done that, they will communicate the final outcome of your application via email, and this will be communicated directly to you. They might reach out to you to ask for further information or further documents. So please make sure that you keep an eye on your email, and they might ask you to provide those documents and information within a certain time frame. So once you have done that and you have an unconditional offer, then you will be required to accept your offer or confirm that you want to take the place into the data science bachelor's degree. Once you have confirmed that, you will receive an email in order to link your account to Coursera and with some other steps that you will need to follow, such as your onboarding module, just right before your classes begin on the 13th of October. Now we are approaching the most exciting part of our webinar, which is the live Q&A with our academics today. So with no further ado, I would love to ask Dr. Christopoulos and Dr. Chen some burning questions that we have prepared for today. So first of all, we would like to know, Dr. Christopoulos, what makes this Bachelor's of Data Science a unique program, and what are those key focus areas?
Yeah, it's a degree designed for flexibility. It is ideal for working professionals or remote learners. Offers full-time 3 years or part-time 6 years study options. One of the most important things is that combines applied mathematics, statistics, and computing with real-world technical skills. And also includes at the last year the individual project, which is a great opportunity in order to have some tangible experience about the field of data science and combine all the knowledge that they will gain during the program. Now, what makes it unique? First of all, it is the performance-based admissions. Because you can qualify by completing a short foundation modules, even without the traditional academic credentials. There is no prior coding experience required. So the program accommodates all the skill levels. Also about the maths, we will offer all the knowledge and all the foundations that they will need in order to handle data and to extract a very important outcome about the available data that they will have to handle. They will be very familiar. They will be experienced in industry standard tools like Python, SQL, and AI. Of course, one of the things that make it unique is our partnership with Coursera. Because this program will be globally accessible. And the key focus areas are, of course, in mathematics and statistics. So we will focus from the very basics, like calculus, linear algebra, and we will continue with probability theory and statistical analysis. About programming and computing, they will learn Python, R, SQL, and they will build algorithmic thinking. They will have also experience about AI and machine learning, natural language processing, deep learning, and also model development. They will gain experience in big data and analytics, about data visualization, text mining, decision-making frameworks. And also we will focus on ethical and professional skills. So these are the key focus areas that they will build the knowledge.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Christopoulos, for this wonderful answer. Now, I would like to move on to the next question, which is as we discussed today, Dr. Christopoulos, the program is open for people from different backgrounds, right? But what is that level of data science knowledge or programming experience that you think is expected, especially for those applying through the performance-based route?
Here, the key thing here is that with this, in order to give access to people with different backgrounds, so there is no formal background required in coding or data science. So it is open to total beginners. And also, when they choose to use the performance-based admission route, they will start with very basic modules about maths and computing. So they will have um, gain some experience during these modules, both from the side of mathematics and computing. And these modules will act as a gateway to full admission. So when they start this program during the PBA route, they will gain some experience about basic Python programming, about calculus, about so they will build the foundation both in maths and computing in order to be strong and to continue their studies with for this bachelor degree.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Christopoulos. Now, I think you were already sharing a little bit more of my next question. So it will be like, could you provide us with some further insights into the curriculum and what are those practical skills that our students will develop?
Yeah, of course. So they will throughout this BSc, they will not. We will focus both in theory and practice. So they will be able to write clean and efficient code in both in Python and R. They can have some experience in query databases with SQL. They can be able to handle and to analyze data. So to collect, to clean, and to process raw data. They will perform data analysis in different levels, and they can apply statistical methods for insight generation. Of course, they will learn how to develop a model and how to use machine learning. So they will be experienced in how to build and evaluate machine learning models about regression, classification, clustering. They will be able to understand deep learning and natural language processing basics. And also they will be experienced in visualization and reporting, which is a very, very important part. Because when you analyze all the data, one of the most important thing is to disseminate this knowledge, this outcome. So they will be able to use visualization tools in order to report their work. And one of the important things here is that also we have one module about leadership in data science. So they will also gain experience about project management, and they will also develop their professional skills.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Christopoulos.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to ask Dr. Chen, how will the Bachelor's of Data Science program prepare students for real world of tech? And what are those sort of exciting career opportunities and pathways that might be open for our graduates once they finish the program?
Well, thanks, Isabel. Yes, this is actually continuing from the previous question about the skill set developed throughout the program. But to put it more specifically, I previously alluded to in my introduction to the department that we have a large collection of full-time faculty member that covers a wide range of expertise, right? So in data science, we have research work directly with industry. That's healthcare, manufacturing, and logistic, and there are a few other examples as well. So all those case study, all those work will be integrated some into the course content as a case study. So in terms of developing industrial relevant skill, first of all, you will be exposed to challenges, real world challenges in the society. You may be given some data set to work with, especially in the advanced year from year 2 onwards. So you will have opportunity, the student will have opportunity to work on real world problem, which is highly relevant. Additionally, previously, Stavros also mentioned about the programming skills and math knowledge you will be developing. So on the computing aspect, for instance, you will continuously working with common, widely used data science, data analytic packages, machine learning packages, whether they are programming libraries or enterprise solution like Power BI, for instance, just as an example. So throughout the degree, whether it's through practical tutorial exercises or through the more substantial coursework you'll be working on, you definitely have ample opportunity to develop this industrial skills so that you're quite ready by the time you graduate. In terms of career opportunities, again, the design of this data science, we deliberately designed it as a combination of computing and data science or data analytics. We do believe data science is not just about processing data or deriving intelligence from data, which is important. So that this aspect of processing data and getting intelligence of data is typically the career pathway for data analyst. And data analyst does exist in all kinds of sectors, from, a typical one would be financial sectors. There's algorithmic trading, there's portfolio predictions and all those kind of optimization problem. So those are very suited for data analyst, which is part of this skill set we're addressing in this program. Additionally, depending on your interest, you may be pursuing a career opportunity where we working on the infrastructure for data science. So data science actually requires a computing infrastructure, whether it's software or hardware. I think more significantly, software to process the data, to manage the data. So there are also opportunity in this career pathway where you may become a specialist software engineer that's specifically for data processing, data management, data analytics. So hopefully this gives you an idea how we facilitate all this skills development and career pathway.
Of course. Thank you for that very insightful answer, Dr. Chen. Now, moving on to our next question, we would like to discuss what are the tips or insights that you will share with someone who is thinking about applying for this program, Dr. Chen?
Yeah, very important question. So this is a undergraduate degree program. So it is a 3-year commitment as a full-time study and 6 year if you do it part-time.
Yeah.
It is very significant. So I would speak about this, advise this from 2 angles. So first of all, I think it's important for any prospective students, i.e. the audience here, to reflect on what motivates them to pursue something in data science. Whether this supports your long-term, because degree is a long-term commitment, therefore it should result in a long-term improvement of your career prospect. So you can look into consider whether this meets your kind of long-term career goal or life objective. In order to do so, what I would advise is to have a look at what you're genuinely interested in. If you do think, working with data, understanding the hidden pattern within data is of your interest, and working through building software to solve those problems is your interest, then I think this studying data science would definitely help you advance on that trajectory. So to do that, then you can have a look at I would advise you to look at the course content, to look at the syllabus, to see whether it addresses either the knowledge gap or the skill gap you have. So this is my advice to perhaps think a bit deeper how long term, because degree ultimately is very different from a short course, where a short course will address a very instantaneous skill gap, but it does not allow you to become this kind of more in-depth experts in this area. So that's the first question, first kind of line of thinking. And the second is about advice is this is more practical side, where if you think about applying for this course, if you're uncertain about whether your background meets the criteria, I think previously we already said we're quite flexible in terms of accepting, evaluating potential students. If you're uncertain about your entry requirement, you can always reach out to us. Second advice I would say is personal statements tend to be quite important, because through admission we do look at personal statement to see how a prospective students how their past experience or things they've done either in work or in before joining the course help to motivate them, or to whether where the original motivations and was from. So it's quite important to have a kind of very kind of compelling personal statement. So whatever you did in the past, you may see is inconsequential, but it may help to convince the admission tutor that you are suitable already for this course, this program.
Of course. Thank you, Dr. Chen. That's really important. Now, I would like to discuss, this is one of our frequently asked
Mm.
questions. So this is in terms of time commitment. Dr. Chen, the program outlines 20 to 30 hours of a study per week. So what advice will you give to students managing this workload alongside their job and their personal responsibilities?
Mm.
And particularly now that they are learning in an online environment.
Yeah. Yeah. So first, I must acknowledge this challenge is not just unique to online learning community as well. Yeah, it's quite contingent for it's quite pertinent for all learners. So I'm going to kind of respond to this by perhaps using a very extreme example of people may have a full-time work um, alongside a full-time study. So that's perhaps the most challenging aspect. Um, so Stavros previously said that there's kind of guiding number of hours on each modules you'll be studying. So in any 12 weeks period, which is the duration of one term, for full-time study, you will have three modules. Um, each module commands about 5 hours of guided guided work. The guided works means guided reading, viewing material, and some of the key exercise, practical exercise we want you to get through within the week. So altogether, if you study full time, yeah, it's about 15 hours of 15 hour to 20 hours of that set um, prescribed content for you. In order to get through this, I think yeah, if you it is quite a challenging aspect. I think time management is definitely, I think, without saying, it's one of the critical skill uh, that you've been needed. It's now it depending on people's learning styles. You may schedule a block of time within a day or evening or even weekend to set for completing those tasks. Um, the way the modules are designed is actually quite progressive. Each week you will have content that's contained within the week. So that hopefully help people to schedule their routines better when they have to study. Um, so that's the first point is to follow the prescribed content. Each module you will see in each week the topics are broken down into smaller activity, which allow you to gauge how much time you really need to complete each activity. So that's one side, so to follow the activity guidelines and then fit it within your weekly routine. Another thing is, I think it's more, it's also important, definitely, it's to each module has its assessment. Each assessment also has a guideline. So in terms of either in terms of the word count or in terms of the hours of commitment. So a typical coursework, we may say it will require 40 hours or 40 hours over the say 6 weeks period to complete. So this is a guideline. So again, if you cannot, you also need to plan around the completion of the assessment of the coursework
Yeah.
um, to do so. Now, this is of course, if you're studying part-time, the demand is slightly lower, but the rule is same, is to fit it around the routine. The university does allow does have mechanism for supporting unexpected circumstances or things like illness or unexpected event that happens in your life happens alongside your study. Those, the university has this support mechanism. Again, it's reaching out to the tutor or to the distance learning team. My final advice is we intend to build a community. Despite you learning online, there are opportunity, although it may be through chat, um, messaging or discussion board, perhaps having interaction with your fellow coursemate or with tutor, that will also help kind of working out some of the challenges you encountered during your study.
Thank
Um, so hopefully that helps a little bit to clarify this. It
Of
is a very
course.
important question.
Yeah, it does. Thank you, Dr. Chen. Great. So I think we are now conscious of time. I would like to move on to the live Q&A. And we have some questions. Let me just pick one from here. So I have a question from Said. So he says, hello, is this degree suitable for someone aiming for a research career with further studies, particularly in theoretical AI, if relevant?
Uh, I can pick this up. Mm. So yes, I would definitely say so because undergraduate degree. This is why I highlighted a degree course. The fundamental difference is um, deepen your understanding, start building the expertise. So if your aspiration is to pursue a research career, whether it's industrial research or academic research, a degree course will prepare you for this. The course has a very balanced amount of theoretical um, um, contents along with the practical contents. And also, as Stavros says, in the final year of your study, you have a year-long individual projects. That really is a good opportunity to get supervised by one of our faculty member and explore a specialized area of your interest, and prepare you for further research degree if you wish to.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Chen. Now I have the next question. And this is from Carol, and she says that she's looking to change her career and that she has a BSc in civil engineering and an MSc in forensic engineering from UK universities. And then she realized that the entry requirements for the data science program are, of course, for undergraduates. So she asked, is there a limited number of places? And if priority will be given to those who haven't completed their undergraduate studies yet? So she wants to know as well if she will be able to apply as a part-time option and if this degree will be suitable for her, like basically if she could apply having already studied a BSc and MSc as well.
Hmm. So I think I'll respond to it. So her backgrounds in BSc, I think that's as so we welcomed people from all sorts of academic and work background. So that's yeah that's that wouldn't be a problem for this. In fact, I was a civil engineering and is it forensic science. They are actually quite complementary because they tend to be the application domain of data science. So if so this is actually um, quite useful as a foundation. So there's nothing to be concerned by. As we've already said, we start building the skill set and knowledge from ground up in first year. Um, yeah. So and what's the other question? Is about the limited number. Sorry.
Yeah, if priority will be given for to those who haven't started their undergraduate studies. So because she already has 2 degrees, then would she be considered as any other applicant?
No, this is not our admission policy. Our admission policy is looking at your entry requirement, your background, whether you have, so this is not this will not be a detrimental factor if you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Now, I think we have one more question, and this is in terms of the curriculum. So, this is from Sarah. The curriculum mentions using industry-relevant tools. So, could you provide more specific examples of the software and platforms that students will gain proficiency in beyond SQL, data visualization, text mining, and natural language processing?
Yeah. Also, I would like to add something for the previous question that when we designed, which is important, because when we designed this program, we had in our minds those cases for the people that they had in their minds to change their career, because this is a very new topic, the data analysis. So it is a field that a lot of people they have this in their mind to change their career and to do data analysis. Now, about this question, they will learn different software. They will be proficient in using R, which is a very important in data science, because they will do all the statistical analysis for these data. And also they will have an experience in in order to visualize their outcome using Python, or they using Microsoft or Google software. So they will have in their when they graduate this, they will be experiencing industrial software in order to provide to disseminate their outcome about their data analysis. And also something that Mincy just discussed is that on the final year, when we have to do our individual project, they will be supervised by very experienced academics, so they can also, if they are interested in to use another software that they didn't have the opportunity before to spend some time with, they will have the opportunity to use this specific software that they have in their mind during that process.
Great. Thank you.
Of course, if there is the license, because there are some limitations about that.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Christopoulos. I have one more question. I think it's related to this as well, and this is from Jose Lascano. And he wants to know if model deployment is one of the practical skills that students will learn.
Yep. Yeah, so I guess model deployment meaning a machine learning model being trained and then deployed. If that is the question, of course, yeah. So especially later in year 2, year 3, there will be module specifically, or even for any general analytic model with deployment come through, deployment either locally or on the on the server backend is something that will be discussed and covered in the as part of the course. It's more or less through practical, especially things like module like modern database in the final years, the database for large data set, as the machine learning and deep learning, those will cover some of the practical aspect of deploying an analytic model.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Chen. I think we are heading towards the end of our webinar, conscious of time. So please, if you have any question that we didn't get through, I think we managed to cover most of them. Also, Nikita answered all of them in the chat box. But if you feel that you would like to explore in more detail, then you are more than welcome to scan the QR code that you see on the slide now. So please set up a meeting with me, and I will be happy to answer any of your questions and address any concerns you might have. So I would like to thank you, all of you. Thank you for joining today's webinar. I hope this session was helpful, and I hope it gave you as well a comprehensive understanding of this wonderful bachelor's degree. And just a quick reminder of our key dates. So we have an application deadline coming on the 6th of October, and classes will start on the 13th of October. So please, if you are interested and excited about joining the Bachelor's of Data Science at Huddersfield University, now is the perfect time for you to get your application started. Now, if you, as I said, have any questions, please feel free to follow up with me, scan the QR code and set up a meeting with me. I will be happy to help you. And I definitely look forward to potentially welcome you in this innovative and industry-ready bachelor's degree. So best of luck with your applications, and thank you, everyone.